over the last well over 9 years now, I've talked about in different ways, shapes, and forms how I very much enjoy food. Through my Adventures in Votech series, where I actively talked about my journey trying to go through a lower end culinary school to get to a higher end and eventually become a chef and maybe even a celebrity chef and stuff like that. I had a lot of aspirations. All of that, of course, as we know, through the series became a miserable failure. And just through eating food, I can tell you how much I love food because, as we all know through Operation Jacked and Juicy, I was fucking fat. And I never want to get that fat again. However, since I've turned 21 years old, I have had a hell of a lot of experiences visiting bars. Whether it's, low-end bars, pretty decent bars, to like some of the best bars that I know of in New Jersey. Obviously, there's plenty more, but the ones I know of are pretty good as well. But I honestly am going to make this claim. So this is all just my personal opinion, this video. But I honestly feel that bar food, this is something I'm very passionate about, as you're going to find out throughout the course of this video. Bar food, in my opinion, is better than any fine dining experience that you can have in like New York 5-star, large scale or high-end scale restaurants, stuff like that. I just find bar food to be a much better eating experience, in my humble opinion. And I'll have a couple reasons for that. One, atmosphere. When you go to like a 5-star restaurant or a high-end, eating restaurant, it feels as though, unless you like are super rich and you go there all the time or a celebrity, in my opinion, it feels as though you don't belong there. And I've been in a couple of those as well. Every time I've been in restaurants like that, two things happen. I feel like I don't belong there. And worst of all, I feel like I get screwed over when it comes to the food. Because here I am expecting great food. But in reality, I become disappointed. Now, I'm not a very picky eater, but there's a lot of stuff I don't like to eat. And a lot of the stuff I don't like to eat are sometimes in these high-end restaurants. And when I order stuff on the menu, it's very hard for me to try and find things that I enjoy. Because, whether it's how the food's prepared or what kind of sauces are in the food, stuff like that, I just don't enjoy like that fine dining experience. Because to me, to the average person, half the ingredients that are in the food itself and half the techniques that you don't even know about behind the scenes, people can't even fucking pronounce. I can't even remember fucking half of these techniques, and I was in the fucking industry for a period of time. So that just goes to show, how much my mind's deteriorated when it comes to stuff like that. But I'm also talking about like the fancy stuff. But still, regardless, it just becomes a disappointing eating experience. And when I go out to eat, I feel like I just want like something worth my money. With bars, when I go visit bars, I feel like I get that, because to me, I've been in plenty of bars that have a wide variety of stuff, like pizza, burgers, appetizers. Of course, a lot of people will say, well, all bars more or less serve the same food. Not all the time. There is a bar in North Brunswick, New Jersey. I won't say the name for whatever legal purposes, but it is a fantastic bar. I've mentioned my ex a couple of times on this channel now, as we all well know, but when it comes to bars, she knew what the fuck she was talking about. Because there was a bar in North Brunswick that I have a love affair with, and it's fantastic. And it is a higher end bar food, so to speak. They have the pizza, they have the appetizers, they have wings, they have shit like that. They have fucking sushi in-house. Like, this place is fantastic. Food, and it has also really, really great entrees and stuff like that too. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. There's also a restaurant I know, I think that's in Manalapan, New Jersey, or somewhere that starts with an M. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's Manalapan. Don't quote me on it. And it's a seafood restaurant that also happens to have a bar in it, so I'll classify it as a bar for argument's sake. And not only it has fantastic seafood dishes as well. That one is fantastic, and it's just great. I know I'm saying fantastic a lot in this video, but that's just what it is. I mean, I love bar food because I think it's just better overall. And then going back to atmosphere stuff, as I said earlier in the video, it's also very comforting to be in a bar. Like, you go out, you go get a drink, you hang out, and you see maybe you see some homies if you're in a local town bar and stuff like that, and then you go drink with them and you have a grand old time. You know, drinks aren't too expensive. You know, you pay for some higher price spirits or stuff like that. You could do that if you want, but that's all up to your discretion. When it comes to like fine dining, I feel like you're paying for the atmosphere and for the name and for the reputation. To me, that's bullshit, because if the food sucks, I shouldn't be paying fucking $40 to $50 for it. That's just my honest opinion. I don't give a fuck. And of course, as I said before, when it comes to portions, portion size is pathetic a lot of the time. It bums me out, really, because I've said before, I love to eat. I like to eat, and I like nice portions, man. When I go out to eat, I feel like I want to be spoiled. I don't want to feel like I'm going home starving, you know? It sucks. It really sucks. I want to go, and I want to take I want to eat so much that I want to take stuff home because I can't finish it. I don't want to go and eat like 5 bites worth of food and say, God damn, I wish there was more here. Like, even if it was good or bad, it's like, man, even if it sucks, I would want more because I'm still so damn hungry. You feel what I'm saying here? So, I don't know. I just feel bars offer a much wider experience. Now, granted, not all the food is good for you as well, but to me, I would rather eat food that makes me feel comfortable and be in an environment that's comfortable than paying out the ass for something I feel like I don't even belong in. And of course, I said drinks before. You pay for some decent drinks. You know, if you're trying to get like wine at one of these joints, I guarantee you're paying God knows how much money if you're even trying to get wine. And I'm not even a big wine drinker. I'm a beer and I was gonna say beer and whiskey. I ended up combining it into one word, which is weird. So I guess that's gonna be a thing now. But I'm a beer and whiskey guy. So that's what I like to drink. Excuse me. That's what I love to drink. So, and I'm not paying out the ass too much for stuff like a Jack and Coke at a bar or something, because of course I really love drinking Jack and Coke. So that's just my opinion. I mean, like, what is it? Like, some of my favorite places, like this one place that's in my town that I really enjoy, it just has some really great stick-to-your-ribs bar food. You know, like, I always get, like, the one thing I always get, and some may consider this to be more higher-scale bar food, but it's a French fry dish with beer cheese, and I will honestly say some of the best beer cheese I've ever had, with short ribs, integrated throughout the beer cheese sauce on top of the fries. It's just to die for, in my honest opinion. And again, not healthy at all, but really fucking good. So, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to bar food versus fine dining, I think bar food wins every time, because it just offers, to me, in my honest opinion, in my experience, a much better dining experience. Let me know what you think about that down in the comment section below. Have you guys visited enough bars in your day to make an assumption like mine? I'd love to know. Follow me on all the social media stuff down you see in the description, and of course, check out the 69 Whiskey podcast as well.